see that stop on Mariota, 15 of 15. Nice. But that's been the issue. Penalties. Another one.
Offense. Number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Good.
And just hasn't gone downfield as we look at pass yard according to the next gen stats. Everything's near the line of scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage, and then very little going beyond 10 yards.
Yeah, and look, coming into the game, they're 28th in the league with 17 points a game. If it wasn't for a blown coverage early in the game by Matthew, they'd only have 3 points. So, yeah, he's accurate, he's throwing the ball, and he doesn't have an incompletion, but you've got to stretch the field.
6 penalty on the
अबे
Texans.
बहुत ज़्यादा ही आगे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ही आगे समझ ले मेरी बात मत समझ लेकिन बहुत आगे अबे टचडाउन कर दिया बे 16 शिट टाइटन से टचडाउन किया टाइटन से टचडाउन किया
अभी वो क्या था
क्या
Doesn't allow the safety to get involved. Keep it wide. You know you got the corner. You're worried about the safety when you run double moves as a receiver. And Marcus saw it early. They needed to respond with the ability to stretch the field. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Titans.
16 throws.
Live दिखा रहा हूँ मैं.
An incompletion. And that much needed touchdown to Corey Davis. Corey Davis is a guy who has an incredible backstory. Grew up in the Chicago suburbs of Wheaton, had a challenging childhood, became a very close friend to his Pee Wee football team, Ryan Graham. There's Ryan there with Corey. And it was Ryan's parents, Dan and Robin, who became Corey's legal guardians. They helped him guide the course. Had his only Division I offer was to Western Michigan. PJ Flex rowed the boat Broncos. Became the first FBS college football player with 5,000 yards, 300 catches, 50 touchdowns in history. And from all of that and the Pee Wee football friendship with Ryan Graham, number 5 overall pick in the 2017 draft.
You know, it didn't come easy for him.
No.
I mean, he struggled last year as a rookie. He was injured. Took him a while to kind of understand how do you run routes on the outside in pro football. He's coming into his own year 2 on track for over 1,000 yards.
.13 seconds left here in this third quarter. After a second quarter, when Deshaun Watson and the Texans were in gear, he had the rushing touchdown to take the lead. Lamar Miller had the 97-yard run. He got the field goal before the half. 27 unanswered points prior to that touchdown strike of Mariota to Davis. And now a 10-point margin. And the Titans defense with another opportunity here. And a big night for Lamar Miller as he bounces it for 4 yards there.
Got away with a false start there.
7-game win streak on the line for Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Fourth quarter when we return to Monday Night Football.
If bulky jackets are a burden, get Limberjacked. The Fire Hose Limberjack. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Now get 50% off all Domino's pizzas when you order online. 50% off sausage pizzas, handmade pan pizzas, even barbecue banana pepper pizzas. If you're into that, this week only get 50% off the menu price of 34 million pizza combinations at Domino's.com.
This NFL season has been historic. The most touchdowns.
Still on his feet. Touchdown.
The most points. You gotta see this.
Winds it up wide open as Hill. Wow! Can you believe this?
Did you know 80% of all erectile dysfunction meds sold online are counterfeit? They contain things like printering, paint, and drywall. All stuff you should never put in your body. That's why we created Roman. If you're experiencing ED, all you have to do is go online, chat with a U.S. licensed physician who will send FDA-approved medication discreetly to your door. Because ordering meds online should be easy and safe. Get your first month free at GetRoman.com/TV.
What if they sold tires online?
We do. We're TireRack.com.
They could offer lots of tires and help you find the right tire.
It's called the Tire Decision Guide.
Oh, and they could ship them to a nearby mechanic.
We shipped over 7,000 independent recommended installers.
This is an amazing idea. Sorry.
You can get this special offer when you buy a set of 4 select Bridgestone Blizzak tires. For details, go to TireRack.com/Blizzak offer. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Back here in Houston for Monday Night Football. Houston, we're back in 2003 in the Super Bowl win for the Panthers. That guy, Mike Vrabel, caught a touchdown pass. Now the head coach of the Titans, his team trailing by 10 as we start the fourth quarter. Watson somehow got it out to Lamar Miller as he goes for 5 yards there on what was 2nd and 6. So
that's a challenge for these guys. When they run these spread offenses, we talked about it before, they're holding signs up on the sidelines, and there's 4 plays, and somehow they have this system. They don't get in the huddle. They don't have to walk in there. Look, these offensive linemen, they're looking in your eyes, and you got to come in, take command of the huddle, call the play, show them that, hey, we're going to do this. I'm going to be the leader of this group. And they've never done that before. Oftentimes, going back to high school, even before that, and there's something to be said for that.
मेरे को पता था देखा मैंने तुझे खींचा इसके लिए मैंने हाथ रखा पहले ये ब्रो देखा मैंने तेरे को खींचते हुए इधर बोले कि वो गेम देख रहा है
And it's a transition for those quarterbacks going in there because it's just, you got to practice it. You know, much like me as a rookie broadcaster, you know, I sit in front of my hotel room in the mirror. Over again, and Dak Prescott, that's one of the things I'll say about him. When he got in there, he ran this similar offense. Third and long. You know, you mentioned how Conklin struggled. Well, the answer's not putting Jonnu Smith one-on-one on him. I can assure you that.
Here's Carter as he was pinned in the corner with the directional kick from Brett Kern. A 55-yard punt. J.J. Watt. Playing some good ball right there, wasn't he?
When you show up to a holiday party with a great-tasting, less-filling light beer, you might need to find a backup fridge. Happy holidays from Miller Lite.
Cartel's top mule's on his way to a drop. We know it's a black pickup, it's a needle in a haystack, but at least it's a start.
Go get her done.
This new guy, he delivered $3 million worth of coke. You've been entrusted with a very valuable cargo, and I don't trust you. I'm not intimidated by you.
The DEA is cracking down.
Don't be stupid, or you disappear. Rated R.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Add some color to your Black Friday and get a great deal on a Jeep SUV, the best-selling SUV brand. Because the holidays are where you take them. And with a Jeep SUV, you can take them anywhere. Great deals going on all month at the Jeep Black Friday sales event. Or get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on 2019 Jeep Cherokee models.
Oh,
but you didn't expect me to run the kickoff back. I'm the real Madden legend. I'd get invited to the sickest parties like DeAndre Hopkins, and he'd be like, hey, David, and I'd be like, it's actually Darren.
You need to work on your fantasies.
Rated E for everyone. Thursday night, Saints, Cowboys. When it's on, it's on. Thursday Night Football on NFL Network, Fox, and streaming on Prime Video.
USAA and the NFL pay tribute to our armed forces through the salute to service. As James Watt, grandfather of JJ, served in the Korean War, passed away at age 81 in 2014. JJ has such fond memories of his grandfather James, credits him for his work ethic. And he is, hey, talk about work ethic, he's over on the bike already after just coming off the field. 1.5 sacks, the forced fumble, and 9 tackles, and this was moments ago.
Well, he was licking his chops having that matchup on Jonnu Smith, the tight end. You know, he's so smart. He works at it pre-snap. He knows alignments. He gets the tips of when you're soft in your stance, on top of just being a phenomenal athlete.
And then there's this side of things. Big Jordan Thomas. And Deshaun Watson getting the completion for 6 yards here. Watson, the touchdown pass tonight, as well as the touchdown run. We've got a good crop of young tight ends in the league now. You see Thomas. They also have Akins, another rookie. Next week, we're going to see Zach Ertz, who's on a record pace with catches for a tight end. We've got Washington and Philly next week on Monday Night Football. So interested to see how this NFC East is going to play out. Cowboys sitting there now at 6-5. A few weeks ago, we were there in Dallas, and that guy was coming up with a big road win with what the Titans were able to do to the Cowboys, and then they come back and they wallop New England 34-10, and then bottomed out last week at Indy, and then faced this Houston team who has won 7 straight. It's been red hot.
Houston's just 1 for 7 on 3rd down. They find themselves in a 3rd and short. As good as they played, haven't been good on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. Little pressure off the edge that they pick up, and that ball goes into the hands of Thomas for 4 yards.
You know, Deshaun Watson sets his own protection, guys. It's different. Marcus Mariota, the center, Ben Jones sets his. But Watson can see it. He's done a good job tonight of deciphering when they're coming and getting the ball out quick. It's a good job by a young quarterback setting the protection, putting his offensive lineman in the right situation to protect him.
So fresh set of downs as they're able to convert there. And now Miller, as he was probing that left side, tackled by Woodyard.
You know, Boogie, I'm following that, but you think about him, you know, what his ability to do is seeing the blitz, understanding where he wants to go, allowing his lineman to go, but it hasn't been pretty all the time. He's taken some hits. He has to identify it, and then he comes back, he goes with a quick snap, says no, and he has success with it on the second time. So you may get him once, but does a good job adjusting.
2nd and 8. As he dances his way free, and then look at the stride from Watson. We're saying the ball did not come out at the end there as Byard was trying to sell it as a recovery. They said he was down after that long run. When he makes a decision to go, he can really go. Watch the end of the play here. It started to come loose just a little bit, didn't it? As the challenge flag is thrown out there. Coach Vrabel is going to hope that this goes his way. Watch the end of this.
Tennessee is challenging the ruling of the field of down by contact.
Byard gets his shoulder in there. You can see a little bit of movement right there. Did he have that firm control?
I don't know.
Down by contact. Ruling on the field is no fumble. We'll find out when we return to Houston.
Love big, love loud, love Levion. From classic nude diamonds to the beautiful ombre collection. Bolo bracelet.
Crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1 only at Burger King.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Add some color to your Black Friday and get a great deal on a Jeep SUV, the best-selling SUV brand. Because the holidays are where you take them. And with a Jeep SUV, you can take them anywhere. Great deals going on all month at the Jeep Black Friday sales event. Or get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on 2019 Jeep Cherokee models.
If you love me, love me, love me like you say. Darling, tell me all the ways. Tell me all the ways. Oh, all the ways.
Bring home the holidays with same-day delivery from Target.
The final statement. A Red River rematch for the Big 12 title and shot at the playoff.
Duke looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to
somehow this one seems different.
I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now.
ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on number 3 Duke. Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
Well, the ruling on the field is going to stand as called. That Watson, after the 34-yard run, was down by contact. Looked like this ball was starting to come loose a bit here.
There was definitely some movement there, Tess.
Looks like it's out to me.
But the Texans will retain possession. Remember, that was the ruling on the field. They look for the inconclusive video evidence, whether to see if they have it or not. And in this case, it stands. And with it, a chance to put this game away with Lamar Miller.
And I look for the Texans to try to hammer this in. You got 263 yards rushing on the night. Your offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage. Allow Lamar Miller and this offensive line to pound this football in.
Under 8.5 to play here. 10-point lead. And a touchdown strike to Thomas.
Thomas got a Dory Jackson on the outcut earlier for a touchdown. Now he comes back on Sims. It's just a bootleg. He gets outside the pocket. The call. And Thomas, he does such a good job capturing the outside number and then breaking. You don't want to just run away because you know you're close to the sideline. You want to push vertical and just capture that outside shoulder and then break out of the cut. That's a veteran wide receiver showing you how to do it.
You know, guys, we had the sense in talking to Bill O'Brien. He said, listen, it's on me that Demaryius Thomas hasn't been as involved since we got him from the Broncos. Remember, he only came in with 3 catches since becoming a Houston Texan. He's got 2 touchdowns tonight. So they kept the ball, and then they put it in. 10-yard touchdown pass. Watson to Thomas.
Whatever your big job is, come into the Ram Black Friday sales event and get a great deal on the truck with the best resale value in the industry. And find out for yourself why more people are switching to Ram trucks than ever before. Because of all the things you've built this year, some are sweeter than others. Great deals going on all month at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Now get 1,000 Black Friday bonus cash for an average $10,000 in total values on the all-new 2019 Ram 1500.
Prenderò 10 biscotti e 12 bomboloni. I just got my Ancestry DNA results. 74% Italian. And I found out that I'm from the big toe of that sexy Italian boot.
Calabria.
It even shows the migration path from South Italia all the way to Exotico, New Jersey. So this holiday season, it's Ancestry DNA per tutti! Order your kit now at Ancestry.com.
I'm all about my bed.
This mattress is dangerously comfortable.
When I get in, I literally say, ah.
Meet the Lisa mattress. A better place to sleep.
This bed hugs my body.
I'm now a morning person.
The Lisa mattress is designed to provide strong support. Box it and ship it to your door for you to enjoy. Sleep on it for up to 100 nights and love it, or you'll get a full refund. Returns are free and easy.
I love my Lisa.
Today is gonna be great.
Read our reviews, then try the Lisa mattress in your own home. Order during our Black sale to get our $225 offer. That's $150 off the mattress, plus a free pillow, and free shipping too. Go to buylisa.com today.
You need this bed.
Hey, we're sitting on the doorstep of ESPN's V Week. It's going to start tomorrow. ESPN, the V Foundation, we continue to raise funds and awareness for cancer research. And for more information, we encourage you to go to ESPN.com/VWeek. So critically important for everybody to join forces there. Now, Demaryius Thomas, the touchdown catch moments ago from that guy, Deshaun Watson. For Thomas, his first multi-touchdown game since week 15 of 2015. Came over from the Broncos. And that trade happened just before the trade deadline. You know, we talked about how critical this game is in terms of playoff positioning, but especially so for the Titans. As you look at what happens, their current status coming in of making the playoffs was 20%. With a win, according to the Football Power Index, it would be 40% chance to make the playoffs. But with a loss, it drops down to 14%. And that is what they are facing here, trailing by 17 with just over 8 minutes to play. You lose tonight, and according to FBI, you only have a 14% chance to make the playoffs. They came in at 5-5, had a couple signature wins, and then that loss last week to Indy, and now this hole that they're in as they go with Lewis for 3 yards.
You know, it's going to be tough for them to make it, but right now, I think these are valuable reps for your young quarterback. Down 17, open the offense up, allow them to run the 2-minute drill, and continue playing this game out.
Yeah, and running the football, they're averaging 3.9 yards an attempt. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think you have to go.
Mariota pumps, tries to extend, and then a flag comes down as he is brought down by Merciless.
Holding. Offense, number 67. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is third down.
Well, that last one, I was going to say, he doesn't have to go all the way down the field, big chunks, but he just got to dump it down underneath. He's got Dion Lewis right there. Instead, he holds it. His offensive line to get the holding penalty, but really that's on him. Marcus Mariota cannot take that. Dump it down, start chipping away at it.
3rd and 16. They do bring pressure as Mariota's able to escape, but needing 16 yards. He's just going to get out after 8.
I mean, it was a great disguise by Romeo Crennel and his defense. Kareem Jackson just comes off the left side of the screen, and Mariota and the offense just doesn't see him. They don't pick it up. He evades it. Probably should have been a holding penalty there.
But Jonnu Smith, he's got to protect there, the tight end, doesn't he, Boog? I mean, he's got to make that play.
He should. It should be nice eye contact, understanding where the blitzer comes from, but he just doesn't do it.
There's Carter on the return as he's corralled at the 25. So here's Marcus Mariota on a night where he's got 2 touchdown passes. He's been without an incompletion, 17 of 17. There's only one quarterback in this Super Bowl era who lost a game completing 90% of his passes with at least this many attempts. It was Derek Carr. Happened week 2 this year against the Broncos, and you know the kind of season the Raiders are having. Well, you see that stat line, and then you look up at the scoreboard, 34 to 17. But then you look at the rush yards for Houston, 262. And Houston has set a franchise rushing record tonight. Of course, it helps when you get 97 on one play from this guy right here. Lamar Miller, who is...
Well, Tess, every play is not measured the same. Some mean more than others, like these two. He's got a bootleg, trying to get outside. His line doesn't protect. He uses his legs. He plays his best in the big moments. And then the touchdown throw, another call. His guard pulls on the backside, gets him outside the pocket, and hits the veteran receiver. And there's something to be said for that. You know, Bill O'Brien talked about going through the process of drafting Deshaun Watson. He said he, visited with him at the combine, and he threw a lot at him.
Yeah.
He said he retained it, and then he said the thing that got him was when he brought him to Houston, how guys gravitated to him, the other guys in the college draft class.
Yeah, he said it was interesting when he came into the cafeteria to see that as he slides ahead here, as Kilgo was pursuing. Just see, but there's always that guy who walks in the room. And in that pre-draft process, Watson was that guy for them. They noticed it.
Well, he's got a huge personality. And anytime you're the quarterback, you're going to be the leader. People are going to gravitate towards you. And Bill O'Brien talked about when he was here on his pre-draft visit, some of the players that were already in the NFL just wanted to be around this guy. And that's when you know you have a guy that can lead your football team. He's a dynamic playmaker. He's a leader. He's a quarterback that wants to throw the football first and then run. That's why I think he's going to last.
Third and 3, and just easy pitch and catch that time to Carter for 15 yards.
Yeah, he went to Carter. We saw him on Sims. Good stem in, standing in the pocket. You guys are just talking about it. He has nice touch on the ball, and I experienced it with Dak Prescott. He wasn't as high as a pick as Deshaun Watson was, but he had a lot of success in college, and it was different. Tony went down. Dak never blinked, and guys did gravitate to him as a young player, and I think it says a lot about him because you don't see that in college players today. They don't come in with that type of confidence a lot of times, and Deshaun, just like Dak, he carries those traits.
As Blue takes it, and here are the Texans closing in on their 8th straight win after starting the year 0-3, and then you look at that schedule ahead. Browns, Colts going to be a critical game, right? Jets team that's at 3 wins. Eagles, they're trying to contend in the NFC East. And Jaguars, who are completely unraveling. They benched Blake Bortles today. They're going to go with Cody Kessler. They fired Nathaniel Hackett, who's been a fine offensive coordinator and a precocious one of his career.
They've been bad.
As Blue gets to the edge. But why is that way? What in the world happened with Jacksonville?
Well, it starts with the quarterback, Blake Bortles. I think you allowed the result get away from what he truly is. When you look back, they had that incredible year. They go to the AFC Championship. But I don't think you can, lean on this guy to carry your franchise on offense. And, now they bench him because of their record. And really, his stats are relatively close to what they were last year. And they made that decision. They allowed the results of the record get in the way of what they need to do with the quarterback position.
See Adoree Jackson is down there, takes the helmet off as they're looking at the lower part of the leg. Book, your read on Jacksonville this season and what went haywire there?
Jacksonville made a mistake in the offseason. They should have gotten rid of Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles had fool's gold in the playoffs last year. Nathaniel Hackett called a really good game, especially against New England, and he fooled them. I think if you're Jacksonville, you have all the young stars on defense, you have to go out and get yourselves a quarterback. You have a dynamic running back in Leonard Fournette. Your offensive line, you went out and you paid Norwell. He's one of the highest paid guards in football. Get yourself a signal caller that can lead your offense. It'll brighten up everyone on your team, because that guy touches the ball every play, and he'll give your team a chance. Blake Bortles is not the guy. Shame on Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville for allowing him to stay.
I mean, they're top on the list of most disappointing, but there's others on that list there. You sit there, you look at the Packers at 4-6-1, and, you know, now 8-game road losing streak after going down to the Vikings. How's this going to finish up here with what's happening in Green Bay? And Aaron Rodgers going through that list last night, saying, we can run the table, we can get this accomplished.
Well, I mean, you never would count Aaron Rodgers out. I mean, that goes without saying. He said to relax a few years ago. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Having said that, it doesn't look good up there. I mean, they haven't been on the same page. Mike McCarthy's, there's a lot of heat. The team has not played well. There was high expectations across the board. They've missed a lot this season.
And I think the relationship between Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers is something that the Green Bay Packer organization is going to have to pay attention to and decide, is it time for a change? Philadelphia decided that years ago with Andy Reid. Maybe they just need a new voice in Green Bay.
3rd down and 1 after the injury timeout, and they'll get it to Griffin again. As Watson has had himself a night, hasn't he? And as we remind you that Sports Center with SVP will be coming up. We'll have complete post-game coverage. Boog, you work a little overtime on that, don't you? And then the Sooners quarterback Kyler Murray is going to join Scotty. And, of course, the worst beats of the weekend. If you didn't get to see what happened with Oklahoma and West Virginia, I'm not sure what I was watching the other night, but I know that there wasn't defense invited to that party.
No, there wasn't. I mean, guys are just running free. I've never seen anything. You know, offensive coordinators, head coach, and they're fist pumping. I'm like, they didn't even cover them.
I mean, really, you know, listen, I know we had a wacky score last week on Monday Night Football with the Rams and the Chiefs, but there was defense played in that game. In fact, some spectacular moments of defense. There was coverage. There was good tackling. We had superb offense, obviously, and a high score. Boog, what you saw the other night with Oklahoma, nothing of the sort. Not even in the same conversation.
Not even close, Tess. I saw defensive guys not knowing where to fit. You know, our game, it was just high-level skill from an offensive standpoint. The Big 12, they haven't made a decision to play defense. They want to outscore you. That's the style of play they want. I get it. But at some point, if you want to win a national championship, you're going to have to play defense.
You know, we had a very interesting conversation as well with Romeo Cornell about offensive stats as well as we hit the 2-minute warning here. Houston. The streak closing in on it, continuing to 8 straight games. Big night for J.J. Watt with a sack and a half, as well as Deshaun Watson starring.
Get to Old Navy's Cyber Sale this Monday and Tuesday for 50% off everything online. Need it fast? Buy online and pick up in store. That's 50% off everything, only at OldNavy.com.
I am on a journey to help people find time to relax. Are you ready for the journey, Elizabeth?
How did you get in here anyway?
The cat flap.
That makes sense.
Relax with the real ginger taste of Canada Dry.
Open up your eyes, you're about to see a new thing. Open up your eyes, you're about to see a new thing. Everybody want a new thing. Take it if you like it, everybody want a new thing.
Was not by Bill, but by Will.
Man, I made way better play calls than Will. Check how I'm doing here. Blitz, touchdown. And I will be the greatest Madden legend ever, right? Then I'll be having power lunches with Nicki Minaj.
I am great. What? Ooh, but you didn't expect me to run the kickoff back. I'm the real Madden legend. I'd get invited to the sickest parties like DeAndre Hopkins, and he'd be like, hey, David, and I'd be like, it's actually Darren.
We need to work on your fantasies.
Rated E for everyone.
I'm Scott Van Pelt. Coming up after the game on SportsCenter, plenty of post-game reaction and analysis in the GMC post-game report, plus a 50-point night for James Harden, 54 actually. Not enough, though, to beat the Wizards. Tess, back to you in Houston.
Let's go!
Watson hasn't been tired all night long, as he's got 2 touchdown passes, also has a career-high 71 rushing yards. By the way, the long run that he had, we talked to the league office about, was it a fumble, was it not a fumble? Remember, they retained possession. Alberto Riveron, who's the head of NFL officials, said, hey, the ball moves, but he didn't lose control. So there was movement, but he didn't lose control of the ball. Felt he had firm control, and there was contact on the ground, so they retained possession of the ball, and that call stood, and then they had the touchdown a couple plays later. This time Watson tried to keep his balance, but eventually taken down by Jarrell Casey.
You said Riveron's name pretty good there, Tessa.
Well, Alberto.
Proud of you, man.
You like rolling those R's, huh, Tess?
You got it there, Boog.
Tell you what I don't like. I don't like Deshaun Watson taking a hit there. I mean, the game is in hand. I get you want to convert to 3rd down, but your young quarterback, he's had lung issues, rib issues. Hey, run the football. Let's get him out of here. Let's move on to next week.
You know, but this football game, it goes back. And Mike Vrabel's first-year coach, we knew he was going to be aggressive. I played against him as a player. You know, he was like a coach on the field.
Right.
He's tough. He's everything you want. And a football player, and certainly he's going to be that as a football coach. But early in the year, he had a chance to go for the extra point. He decided to go for 2. And then he didn't get it. His team lost, and he did not apologize for that decision. And then again tonight, the 4th and 1. You know, to take the points or to go for it, you know, regardless, Luke Stocker, that's when they gave it to him and he didn't get it, that's when the game flipped. Momentum went to the Texans.
You know, keep in mind what's happened here in Houston in recent days with the passing of Bob McNair. And there is Cal, Bob McNair's son. The legendary Texans owner passed away at the age of 81 on Friday, and Cal's dealing with the day-to-day operations of the team. This is a family that has given so much to this community, bringing professional football back to the city in 2002. A couple Super Bowls have come here, and now a team with 8 straight wins after starting 0-3. Undoubtedly a win that Bob McNair would have been so proud of, and a team that plays with such spirit. We talked to a couple of the guys and said, listen, we weren't an 0-3 team, never felt like it, and they have proven that as well. Ferkser with the catch there. And as for the Titans here, as they're going to go to 5-6, their remaining schedule sets up this way.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. You know, they're still in the hunt. Certainly it's going to be hard for them to win the division, but you look at it, down the stretch, the best record 6-5. Hey, they can get in this thing. Mike Vrabel's going to go back. I can assure you, you know, they're going to regroup, and he'll have his team ready to play down the stretch. But offensively, they got to get some firepower and stretch the field.
Yeah, you know, the Titans can only win and play one way. Sound defense, run the football, and allow Marcus Mariota to dink and dunk. They have to open this offense up, much like the Texans have done with Deshaun Watson. I would love to see the Titans do the same thing with Marcus Mariota, because he's capable of handling it.
Coming up on the final minute here as he connects with Corey Davis.
Just a second ago, he had his first incompletion of the night.
Yeah.
You know, you think about them, but even Houston, I mean, you look at their schedule. Well, they only one team with a winning record, and that's the Colts in their division. So sets up nice for them down the stretch.
You know, Mariota hit on his first 19 passes. He also hit on his last 6 against the Colts last week, so he had a stretch of 25 consecutive passes completed. Look at the extra work here as the ball comes out from Henry at the end of all of that. And it will be a turnover into the hands of the Texans. Aaron Colvin with the fumble recovery. See Scarlett punching it out. Whitney Merciless is still down at the end of this play. Veteran starting linebacker for Romeo Crennel's defense. Big night for Bill O'Brien. They're going to split the season series against the division rivals His good buddy Mike Vrabel across the way got his first win against the guy he calls Billy. Man, a great story of Bill O'Brien saying, listen, I was a quality control guy up in New England, come to work on the first day, and here's Mike Vrabel, first guy to say hello to me, welcome me, and now they will shake hands with a win for the Texans. And Houston is the first team in NFL history to go 8-3 after starting 0-3. We're going to be in Philly next week. Carson Wentz and the Eagles up against Adrian Peterson and the Redskins in that muddled NFC East. We ask you to stay for the GMC post.